But it's our Shark. Welcome back to a video, and today we have on the alpha server Lucas the Aquarius. Now he says, "Ahoy friend, the year the seal has arrived at last. About time, right? Listen up. Here's the deal. Push up those bouncy beach balls and we'll get to play a minigame that's as fun as bouncing on your nose. Rack up some fishy treats and swing by here and treat yourself to something shiny. Got it? Now get out there and make a splash." So, what you would do from what he's talking about is you would get these things called fishy treats, can be earned during the year of the seal, and we spent at the Lucas Aquarius shop. So if you open them up, you can see you've got all these things. You have a minion skin, you have tier 12 clay minion, so that's another good for another slot. You have the fishing minion tier 12 slot, which I may get as well. Seal's treat bag, so opening it will random enchanted fish or bait. So that one might be good, plus you can open multiple. It's like little gotchas right there. Title reduces damage taken from sea creatures by -5%, so that would be great for fighting lots of Jobus. Anything that is a lava sea creature, like Jobus, Thunder. If you have trouble killing any of these in the Crimson Isle, I would say that book is great. Now we actually do have a necklace, and then we have a accessory that comes in an uncommon and rare. So it is the same one, just different, and it gives you +1 sea creature chance and a chance to fish up treasures, which I think personally is great because we honestly don't get enough fishing stuff. Obviously, foraging update will never come. That is just a thing that we have to bear. But thankfully, we actually get something that gives us +1 sea creature chance and more chance to fish up some treasures. So if we actually look at the alpha patch notes, today we're releasing an update containing the following alpha Hypixel net year of the seal. So that is one we just looked at. Return of the shiny pig event in the form of year of the pig. So what I'm reading so far is this new event lasts an entire Skyblock year and follows a 12-year rotation. In the future, we're aiming to have a yearly event for each year within the 12-year rotation, but for now, only the year of the seal and the year of the pig are available. These two events will alternate every 6 years until more yearly events are added. So I see that they're trying to add more content, which is great for the community, since obviously we are not, I wouldn't say content dried, but we definitely consume content very quickly, more than other communities. So I think this is great for Hypixel players itself. So let's talk about this new event. So how this new event works, I explained it earlier with the guy as well. So during the year seal, you have a chance to fish up beach balls or giant beach balls from treasure. So there's two different types. So what I'm thinking right now is you would use your trophy hunter fishing armor, and a great rod would work for whatever you have. Use the beach balls to play a mini game by yourself that involves bouncing on your head. Use the giant beach ball to play that same minigame, but with everyone around that can participate as well. Based on your performance, you receive fishy treat, which you can spend at Lucas near the hub, blacksmith, or various items. And then on Year of the Pig, we are returning the shiny pig event in the form of Year of the Pig with the new yearly rotation system. We also made a small couple of changes. They've moved the pig shop near the hub, blacksmith. The talking to piggy gives a brief introduction, so for people who don't know what it is, they'll get the brief introduction. They added an event info within the pig shop menu, so if anybody gets confused. So let's look into their other news of general changes and bug fixes that will be coming out in the update. Alright, so let's look at some general changes right now. It just looks like some stuff with the Rift. Added a new Rift objective pertaining to text with Mog's wallet. Added a better error message. Time timer modification. The spiky achievement. Rabbits now give combat XP. That is a very odd one. Limited squeaky mouths, pitch and yaw. I would have assumed somebody was breaking it somehow. Updated Carolyn's dialogue. Now this is the one that I really want to look at. The Crystal Hollow changes. This one looks amazing right now. What I've seen, what I read from earlier. So the Jungle Temple significantly shorted parkour and removed some lava and traps. So I think that's going to be great for Nucleus runs already. Because if you don't know, Nucleus runs are, I would say they're fairly easy, but with the temple, I think it's a lot. It's very time consuming. But they moved the respawn location closer to the temple, so I'm assuming when you die, you would respawn a lot closer instead of spawning at the very front. I'm assuming they spawn you where the key guardians are at. They added more gemstones. I guess that just means in the chest. Improved navigation in the room by raising the river canyon. They prevented people breaking the room by mining. That was a easy thing. They would break in with an armadillo. Added ways to escape the lava. Now that's one that I haven't seen. I know there's a little bit of parkour that you can do. You got to think a little bit outside the box for that one. Now, the Lost Precursor City. This is one that I looked at and I loved it. First sight. Significantly improved navigation throughout the city, so it seems they're definitely going to open up the city a lot better, and they added more automaton spawns. So this is great for people who farm automaton parts for money, and just for Nucleus runs for Ironman. This is a great update that's rolling on alpha that will be soon to the public. Alongside that, the Mines of Devon has an improved navigation aid travel between treasure points. So I've always thought some of the points from like going halfway across the Devons to another just to get something that wasn't too well. They removed the difficult to access treasure locations. So some of the corners, some of the spots you have to jump over, just they want to put spots, I would assume, generally more in the open for when you're jumping across, because it is not fun to go into the very corner and then travel 90 blocks over diagonally and go find your other one that's in a corner. But they widened the pathing around the door with statues and crystals. This one, I think this is more of a quality of life change right there, just because I don't really think it's a big issue when you can just teleport with your AOT, AOTV. I think it's more of a quality issue to the admins, which is just them, but it'll look nicer. And for people who may not have an AOT, which would be weird, this would be good for them, or any Iron Man. And then here are some small rift fixes, item fixes, and whatnot. I'm not going to read any of these, but you can read these and pause the video real quick just to see what it is. So this update, once it rolls out to the actual server, this will be great if you have your trophy hunter armor, since obviously this gives great stats for just hunting. And of course, you can't catch sea creatures, you're obviously just trying to catch treasure, and either something with a rod of the sea or a magma rod. So if we want to go over to the Isle, we could simply just teleport up to the stronghold and push at any of these, or if you really want to, you could go and grab your ammonite, but since the flying fish is better, I would highly recommend investing in a flying fish beforehand, or a decent rod, because the rods, I would say, they would definitely go up eventually, and a magma rod may be a little bit better if you are trying to also get the armor. But that is it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And on the 18th, we will be having one more memorial for these slime minions that have gotten nerfed. But as always, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.